guy you beat to get the belt for the vacant title, I mean, he made this comment that he was going to stop you. What went through your mind when you saw his pre-fight interview where he said respectfully he was going to stop you?
Do you have any predictions at all? You think you go the distance? Or are you trying to go for that finish?
It's not going the distance.
Well, I mean, like, he said he was going to go in there and stop me. I was just kind of, I didn't really see him going out there and taking shots at me like that. So at first I was a little pushed back, but I was like, all right, man, if he's going to stop me, I want to see him do it, you know? I'm going to go in there and see if he can actually put me out. And, I mean, he couldn't do it, so I think he tried a little bit too much to do it in the first round and second round. He just couldn't do it. And after that, it kind of discouraged him.
This video is brought to you by John 14.6 Muay Thai. John 14.6 Muay Thai is Tucson's premier destination for traditional Muay Thai. Comment, like, share, and subscribe. Once you subscribe, become a channel member by clicking the button Join.
Alright guys, welcome to this channel. Welcome to John 14.6 Muay Thai. Thank you for tuning in. Subscribe to the channel. If you are subscribed to the channel, become a channel member by clicking the button Join. Just a brief introduction. This is Pedro Chavez, John 14.6 Muay Thai Gym, ISKA 175 Muay Thai amateur champion. Pedro Chavez, how are you doing this evening?
Pretty good. How about yourself, man?
Doing good, doing good. So man, let's really just, get to the nitty gritty. I'm not going to waste time. We're going to just go, straight into this interview. So as of now, Mr. Chavez, you are the 175 ISKA Muay Thai champion. Like, how do you feel about this right now?
You know, it's something I've always wanted to do. So it's just like I feel really happy about it. And I feel like I proved myself to become the champion also. So I feel like it was really just a time coming, especially with the great gym I have behind me and everything. So it was just time to come to it.
Excellent, excellent. So, for those that don't know, you won your ISKA Muay Thai championship belt under the PFA promotion, but now that promotion is no longer existent, and you are set to defend your belt at the Apex promotion September 5th, if I'm correct?
Yes, sir, September 5th.
Okay, so now that the promotions have changed, I mean, has that affected your mindset, your preparation to defend your belt? Like, how's your mindset right now?
It really hasn't changed anything. It's just another belt, so I'm ready to go out there and defend it, ready to put some work in like I always do. It doesn't really bother me much that the promotion has went under. Like, I'm still the champion, so regardless, I'm going to go in there and put in work.
All right, that's good, man. You know what's crazy, man? A lot of people don't understand or know. I remember when I got the phone call. And I don't know if you remember, we talked on the phone and I told you this is the most important fight of your life because how the promotion set it up, this is PFA of course, before they disbanded, they wanted you to fight Yusuf Doumbia, and that was a guy that you had already beaten, but they wanted you to fight him, but something happened and that fight fell through, and then you were matched with Emmanuel Jones. And I'm trying to make a point right here. The crazy thing is, in the build-up to the fight, Emmanuel Brown, the guy you beat to get the belt for the vacant title, I mean, he made this comment that he was going to stop you. What went through your mind when you saw his pre-fight interview where he said respectfully he was going to stop you?
Do you have any predictions at all? You think you go the distance? Or are you trying to go for that finish?
It's not going the distance.
Well, I mean, like, he said he was going to go in there and stop me. I was just kind of, I didn't really see him going out there and taking shots at me like that. So at first I was a little pushed back, but I was like, all right, man, if he's going to stop me, I want to see him do it, I'm going to go in there and see if he can actually put me out. And, I mean, he couldn't do it, so I think he tried a little bit too much to do it in the first round and second round. He just couldn't do it. And after that, it kind of discouraged him.
Yeah, and it's crazy, even before getting to that, I remember talking to you on the phone and telling you, hey, Mr. Chavez, you have a title shot, because I think, I'm trying to remember if you had a fight before that. I think you had a fight on the SAA Alliance promotion, and in our opinion, I'm sure you would agree, that was a robbery, and we'll talk about that a little bit later in the interview. But I gave you the phone call because you were supposed to match Doumbia, but something fell through, and then I told you, okay, you have a match, and this is the most important fight of your life. What I want you to explain to the audience is, what were you thinking? What were your emotions? What were your feelings when I gave you that call and I said, okay, you have a title? And it was within a very quick turnaround. It was 2 weeks,
2 weeks, yeah.
after your last fight. So what were you thinking once I told you you have this title shot and your fight with Yusuf Doumbia fell through?
Well, I mean, like you said, it was a quick turnaround, 2 weeks, you know, and I already been training for a long time, so I felt prepared, but also at the same time, I was a little, I guess you could say like a little nervous for it, just because it was like my first title fight ever, so I was just really nervous and excited to get in there also. Like I knew I was going to be ready for it 2 weeks coming off of that fight. I felt ready already, so there's nothing much else I could do besides just get in there and do work like I usually do.
Yeah, and it's crazy, man. I remember, you know, getting you ready in the gym. I could see the determination. We had just come off that robbery. So for the Lord to just set this up for us to have this title shot, it was like, okay, now we need to show what John 14:6 Muay Thai is about. Emmanuel Brown, he makes the comments in the pre-fight interview. He says he's going to stop you. You go 5 rounds with him. Let me just first say that, man, you put on a clinic. Because the first 2 rounds, some people might have scored it and given it to him. And there's the classic scene of my words to you where I'm like, you know, I'm talking to you in the corner. And I said to you, hey, you're making this debatable. Don't yes sir me, do something about it.
You're making this debatable, man. Don't yes sir me, do something about it.
When I gave you those words in the corner, what was going through your mind during the championship fight?
Yeah, that really pushed me, because like it made me just like, I was just certain you, and I was thinking about doing something next couple rounds, but as soon as you said just do it, I was like, all right, this is it then, you know. I had to start pushing through this. The first 2 rounds, you know, like the second round could have been debatable between both of us, but definitely the first round, it got me in the very beginning.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah. Sorry, not to cut you off, but man, that fight was a clinic, man. You immediately, the first 2 rounds, and that's one thing I'll say about you, man. And to the audience, I want you guys, if you guys do have a chance, go into the comment section of this video and click to see how everything unraveled, everything unfolded, to see how Pedro Chavez, John 14:6 Muay Thai Gym, won the belt. The crazy thing was, man, those first 2 rounds, it seemed like you really took a little bit off, but man, after that, the last 3 rounds is like you just adapted and you just started like taking over the fight. Like, what were you thinking? Like, what you did, man, like, I'm in awe. I know I'm the coach. I know this John 14:6 Muay Thai Gym, but just to watch your work, like, man, you gave him a lot of body shots. There was a lot of body work. You did a lot of things that only a few Muay Thai purists will appreciate. I just want to talk about what you did to adjust, because I think your greatest gift, and I know you've just started right now, but I think that's what's going to make you a great champion in the future when you turn pro, is that you adjust. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, so obviously, like, it took me a while to adjust, which I want to get a lot better at doing, is like getting the rhythm of the fight faster, you know. Yeah. But after I heard you say those words to me, I was like, all right, I gotta get out there, and I gotta start getting this work done. And I did notice a lot that when he threw that jab, it was super heavy. So I just parried that jab away and blasted him with the kick. Nice. As soon as I blasted him with that first kick, I knew it was just like, all right, I can get this. So the body work I started landing on him was a bunch of body kicks at the beginning, and then I'd clinch up with him and just start landing my knees, hard knees.
Yeah, it was super clean, man. Those 3 rounds, without a doubt, man, like you could see you had taken his will, and that's a big thing in Muay Thai scoring. That's why I do appreciate with the ISK in Arizona, they do actually score properly. One of the big things in Muay Thai scoring is you just don't want to beat up your opponent. You want to dominate and show higher skill. As the rounds went through, you just began to separate yourself, and lo and behold, you won the championship. Now that you're the champion, and as of the time of making this interview, your opponent has not been announced yet. I do want to talk about the robbery, okay? This was the fight before you had with Emmanuel Brown. You had a fight with Emmanuel Jones. And watching that fight, I mean, you were the main event, last fight. You were robbed, in my opinion. you were robbed in my opinion. I felt like you pushed the pace, you landed the harder, cleaner knees. You did a lot more. Not saying Emmanuel Jones didn't do anything, but I felt like you did enough to edge it. It wasn't as clean or clear as your other performance to win the belt, but you did enough to win. How do you feel about this robbery? Like, what's your take on that fight?
Well, going in on that fight, I really felt good all 3 rounds throughout that whole fight. I wasn't gassed. I had training camp before that because I was supposed to fight a 5-rounder in that promotion, but they decided it was just a 3-rounder for some reason. So I was very well conditioned. And even like the first, second, third round, I believe that I took all 3 of those rounds. There was no chance of him like taking those rounds from me. I believe I was robbed, horribly robbed in that fight, honestly, if I'm being honest with that.
And he had no answer
To
in
the clinch. No answer to the clinch.
Had no answer in the clinch. And you know what's crazy? I mean, also viewers, if you're watching this, you can also go look up this fight too. Pedro Chavez versus Emmanuel Jones. What's crazy in that vlog that we put up, even Emmanuel Jones at the end of the video admits that he lost that fight. He was surprised he won the fight.
So, yeah.
Going into the 5th round, did you know you were that far ahead on the scorecards?
I didn't. I thought I lost.
So that was crazy. So how did you take that? When you heard that he said that on camera, that he didn't even think he won, what were your thoughts on that, Mr. Chavez?
Yeah, I was just honestly pretty upset with like the scoring done on that fight, because if it was how they should have judged Muay Thai, it would have been my fight for sure. Because I landed the harder knees, I landed harder elbows, and it's just like, that was my fight for sure. And hearing him say that at the end just kind of just like proved it all for me. I was like, oh, that's my fight.
All right, so Mr. Chavez, Mr. Pedro Chavez, John 14-6, Muay Thai Gym. Emmanuel Jones, if he does watch this, what would you like him to know?
Man, come over to the new promotion coming up, Apex, after if I get this fight and I got my belt still afterwards, I want you to come challenge me, man. I want you to fight for this belt. You want a belt or not, you know, it's there for you. I'm calling you out right now. So with all respect, man, I want that fight back again.
I like that. Another guy, I mean, I won't say he didn't win. My personal opinion is he won, but he didn't beat you. I mean, he did what he had to do. He cut you with the elbow, Mr. Ramirez, and he got the win. This was also on PFA. And I'm kind of like, drawn from the Rocky movie with this kind of quotation and analogy. But that seems like a little stain on your record. Is that a guy that you have a message for, or you'd like to talk to? Is this a guy that you'd be interested in rematching for your belt? Speak to that.
What you was gonna do? Let's go. Let's go. Oh, wait.
Anything, I want Jason, actually. I want Jason more than anything, man. Because, like, he went in there and he got it. He got the cut. He cut me on top of the head. His fight. I'll give him that. But, like, I want that rematch again. We didn't go long enough to see who was actually the better opponent. And I feel like I was doing really good in the beginning, just keeping the pressure on him. So, Jason, if you're hearing this, man, I'm calling you out, bro. I want you to come over here and fight for this belt.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I really appreciate that, man. You not only do you have the skills and you're growing, you also have that throwback fighter mentality. Is just like anyone that wants it can get the smoke. Anyone can get the smoke. Anyone can get the action. All right. So we do know your main goal is to go professional. So I didn't even mention this in the intro. Pedro Chavez is the 175-pound amateur Muay Thai ISKA champion and a future one championship Muay Thai champion. So with that being said, Mr. Chavez, a lot of people don't see the hard work, the blood, the sweat, and the tears it takes to become a champion. Like, talk about the process of you coming to the gym, because, man, if we look at the landscape of Tucson, Arizona, and then Arizona as a whole, we don't even have to look at Arizona as a whole. Tucson, Arizona as a whole, like, I haven't seen anybody doing what you're doing. Like, you've done a lot of people's careers, in my opinion, in 2 years. Like speak to that.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen people fight here and stuff like that. Most people take a long time to get the belt, man. I've been only at this for 2 years so far, and I already have a belt to prove like the work that we do here. You know, it's different than anywhere else here in Tucson. We put in work here in John 14.6, and that's what we do every day. We come in here and just train as hard as we can.
So I have a question for you. Honestly, is there anybody in Tucson that you believe is someone that's a quote-unquote worthy opponent? Like, if I look around and say, hey, Chavez, this is a fight I have, like who in Tucson could I compare or match you with?
And I don't really see anyone in the 175 pound, honestly. Like 175 pound is my weight class. Here in Tucson, it's mine. You know, I don't think there's anyone here in Tucson that can actually challenge me for that.
Wow, those are some solemn words, man. All right, One Championship, as you know, is owned by Chatri Sit Young Tong. Speak to him through this camera and let him know what you're doing right now and why in the future you'll be a Muay Thai champion in his organization.
Man, you know, I'm putting all my work into this right now. I've got everything I'm working for right now is just for this. So this is the only thing I have right now for me is just to get into one championship and prove myself. And I really want to take care of my family with the money I'm going to be making, you know. So you'll see me eventually, and hopefully it's soon, man.
So Chatri Sit Young Tong, One Championship. We're putting you guys on notice. First and foremost, to Tucson as a whole, Muay Thai in Tucson is under new management. And the face of Muay Thai in Tucson right now is Pedro Chavez, John 14.6 Muay Thai Gym. All right, that's all we have for now. Guys, thank you for tuning in. Subscribe to the channel, Pedro Chavez. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Become a member of this channel by clicking the join button. Benefits of becoming a member of this channel to support us include exclusive member only videos, discounts at the Muay Thai store, being a part of member only live streams, and the ability to ask questions in regards to your Muay Thai training and receiving coaching tips.